colorism is real here. Very, 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 okay? Black single mother, business owner, exhaustion. At this point, I want to go home. I believe an alternate reality is happening at the same exact time. I believe in timeline jumping. I believe in all that. Okay. Okay, so I want to start this with the premise that I am a woo woo spiritual person. I believe an alternate reality is happening at the same exact time. I believe in timeline jumping. I believe in all that. Okay. So, when I first decided to move abroad, it came from a place of exhaustion, like black exhaustion. On this channel, I chat about moving abroad or traveling full time, taking sabbaticals, and what happens after. I'd been in business for 10 years before I was burnt out, like for my third time, where I was like, you know what? I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to get out of the US. I work so hard. I'm so tired of paying for this expensive car, this expensive car insurance, this, that. I started to really make myself smaller. And I thought that deciding to move abroad and traveling full time, just releasing a lot of my responsibilities, was what would allow me to have a more simple life. Moving abroad is not simple. It can be liberating if you choose the right place, but it will also open cans of worms that maybe you weren't expecting. When I decided to move abroad, it wasn't really supposed to be a move. It was more like I'm gonna travel full time. I'm getting out of here. Okay, I'm getting out of here, and I'm gonna go travel around and see if I can find a better place. Okay, I have been in Brazil for all of 4 months. We have renewed a visa, and at this point, I want to go home. I want to go back to America and live my American life because I learned so much about my identity, about transforming, about growing, about evolving. I have so much to say about this. I'll try to not jump around topics too much, but we talking. I miss getting my hair and nails done whenever I want. Okay. I miss getting braids. I miss, you know, a lot of things. I have had my nails done here in Brazil twice, and each time the girl cut a hole in my toe during the pedicure. I have been a nail tech for 10 years. So I know not to question the nail tech. I just don't do that. I just don't do that because they're the expert. I let them do their job, right? So I'm thinking, hell, there must be something in my toe she needs to get out. And the next day my toe's bleeding in the middle of the day. Still, okay? So as far as hair, like yeah, I have really been loving my hair. My hair is popping. Okay, my hair is popping. It is the most moisturized it's ever been. But this isn't me. This is not me, honey. This is me. So, when you move abroad, you do have to make an identity shift. And a lot of things about my identity has shifted, while other things have really just stayed the same. You can come in here, baby. So, that's been the thing that has been most eye opening for me. Just identifying, like, you know what? I thought that I wanted to just sit on the beach and make money and chill and relax, but it's like, no, I am an extremely ambitious person. I love what I do to generate money. I'm a DJ. I was also a nail tech, I told you, but I did shut my business down a few months before leaving. Like, I kind of shut the business down for a whole year, maybe even for 2 to 3 years, shutting down process where it was like going from the studio to this studio to this studio to no studio. Okay, traveling, nail tech. Then it was okay, we're just gonna cut this off. And nails has always been something that I've been passionate about. But when your passion is 10 years old, it stands because of systems. It continues to stand because of legacy. It continues to stand because you have things in place to allow it to stand more and more without you. You're supposed to scale up. And if you want to hear more about my experiences with that, I'll tell you, just put it in the comment that you care. But I experienced so many different changes in the last 3 years that it left me at a place where I was like, you know what? I'm going to sit down for a minute. And it all started with me getting a job as a third stream of income to support this dream of traveling abroad. And during that time, I found a new level of comfort and my floor was raised. And I'm not noticing that until now, until today or yesterday, that my level of comfortability was raised. My quality of life actually was raised during that time. Because now there's things that I want here that they just don't have, like that you just can't get. And that's the reality of living in a different place. You can't go to other places and replace home with it. I do believe that you can have multiple homes. Like when I was a teenager, I moved to Virginia, and now I consider the DMV to be home. I lived there for 7 years, 8 years. So I consider that to be a home for me. I can't replace that though. The same way I can never replace Ohio, my one true number one, okay? And from this move abroad, I have been able to find pride. Pride in being an American, pride in being from where I'm from and living the life that I have been living. So, hi. Yeah. Can you have cake? Yes. But don't make a mess. I won't. So that is where I'm at with it now. I just feel like I want to live authentically. I want to grow. I want to change. I want to develop. And more importantly, I do what God tells me to do. And God told me to go somewhere where I can get complete silence, complete clarity, transform myself in that silence, in that isolation, and come out better. I transmuted so many shadows during this time, and I am proud of myself as well. I am proud of myself. That is something that I forget, but it is true because I've done the most difficult thing of my life and I'm coming out on the other side. So today, I can't say this too loudly because my daughter's always listening to me. I am going to buy plane tickets back home today. We have class in about an hour, and um, that's when. But I want to also say that I want to address the whole thing about a lot of the videos that I've been making about how scary the US is and this and this and this and that. I think two things can be true. I think that all of these things can happen. I have many points of views on this, right? All of these things can happen, but you can still have a safe, loving, productive life in the midst of it. as long as you're not focusing your energy towards it, because what you focus your energy more on will become the truth for you. And also, I had to take a real look at the way that things are around the world. Everywhere around the world has racism, classism, injustice, everywhere, everywhere. And so, moving abroad, I thought I was going to escape that. And that was one of the really big disappointments when coming to Brazil, is finding out people are still racist, people are still classist, people are still colorist. Colorism is real here. Very, very, very real. And it's a step backwards. It's step backwards from where I come from. So that is the reality of it. It's also that coming here, I needed to get some real answers about how to move forward, and I have them now. Um, it's also the fact that I want to share my journey. Okay, 9 years ago, I told my partner, "Hey, I want to start a YouTube channel," and their response was, "Why? You don't do anything with your life." And I think that was another motive. There's so many motivations for this move. So many motives. And I feel like I just want something exciting for myself. And I've got plenty of excitement. And now I feel like I have clear vision where I didn't before. And I'm ready to go and get it. Um, I want to also talk about the fact that if you're anything like me, you're extremely ambitious and motivated. A lot of times you miss how important it is to continue to build and manage relationships. I realized that all of my relationships have been, I realized my fault in all of my relationships as far as not giving a fuck. I've just never cared because I've always had me, and that was always enough. But now, as I'm growing into this next phase of my life, I need other people. One reason why I'm going back home. I need my family. I need my friends. I need the people in my community. And you're so much more powerful, stronger in spaces where you have a community. I've already built a community. Now I can build another community. It won't be in Brazil because there's a huge language barrier here for me. And I'm not that motivated to learn Portuguese because I didn't fall in love with the culture. Is it because I didn't expose myself to it? A lot, maybe. I still love this place, but I'm not in love with the culture. Like the whole colorism thing turned me way, way, way off. I would not live in a place like this. Um, but you need that, especially as a woman. Moving abroad solo, single, parent, for me, it's not it. Because my level of quality of my life has been diminished where I thought that I would find a higher quality of life outside of it. So I just had a big, big lesson, and I think that was the most important lesson here thus far. So I wanted to share that with you. More to come. Again, I want to keep things as honest as possible. I don't have things figured out at every moment, but you can believe I'm going to figure it out. And it's going to be the most exciting thing for me, the most real and authentic thing for me, and something that I really resonate with. Okay. And I hope that you guys stick around. If you haven't already, like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Bye. See you on the other side.